All right, everyone. So people ask me to do like a what's in my bag for things that I take when I travel. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to disassemble this. My suitcase is the Solgaard carry-on closet, the big one. I have nicer backpacks, but we're going for fashion over form right now. I do have an eBags Professional that I like a lot. And I'm going to take this apart and show you what's inside. So first of all, I'm just going to show you what this looks like packed. My bag is almost full. I'm going on a 4-day trip to Wild West Hack and Fest, and really, realistically, with all the stuff that I bring with me, that's about the max for this case. They advertise a lot more, but that's for people who don't bring like toiletries or shoes or things like that. So if you were very efficient and you only brought like pants and shirts, you could probably do it. Underwear, you could probably do a lot more. All right, so this is the case expanded. You can see I got this clip-on pouch that folds up inside. It actually goes into its own bag. And it's got compartments. They're kind of like compression bags. I actually have a compression bag in here. I don't think it makes it doubly efficient, but these straps on the side, they pull tight, and that allows you to compress this bag down. It all compresses like one giant bag. And then you can hang it up in the closet or on the suitcase, whatever you need at your hotel. The bottom compartment is little cubbies, so I can use these for socks and underwear and shirts and things like that. Then there's these larger compartments where you put your clothes. This you can put shoes or toiletries or whatever in. And you can see I have my wet toiletry bag up here. I'll take that apart and show you what's in it as well. And for my wet toiletries, pretty normal stuff in a TSA bag. Toothpaste and such. I do want to show you these Cadence capsules. These come from a company, this is not a sponsored video obviously, but they come from a company called Cadence. They are magnetic and they are refillable. You can get custom names that tell you what's in them, and they just pack really nicely because of their geometric shape and the fact that they're magnets. So they hold enough for quite a few days of travel, really, honestly, depending on how much you use of your shampoo and your body wash and things like that. For me, they've held up very well to relatively mid-sized trips. Let's move on. You did notice that I have one compression bag in my already compressing suitcase. It's an eBags. I like eBag stuff a lot. Yeah, my suitcase is from Solgaard. I guess I didn't cover that enough. It's a Solgaard suitcase, but this is from eBags. I use a lot of these packing cubes when I don't want to use like the Solgaard's compression system in either my check-in or my carry-on closet. But I have this one bag, which is like my essential stuff that I always bring with me. I found that works really well. This is like my travel stuff. It stays packed. It's got my pajamas. It's got gym clothes in it, a swimsuit, etc. that just go with me when I travel. And so I never forget that stuff. It just gets washed and it gets put right back in this bag, and this bag always goes with me. Some other things that I always bring with me. I have this eBags flat pack toiletry bag. I can actually fit all of my toiletries in it. It's incredibly efficient, but obviously I have to fit TSA regulations, so I've got a clear bag. But I've got my dry stuff in there. I've got my makeup and my hair things and my toothbrush and my deodorant in here. So very, very efficient for packing. Really recommend those. And I think they come in a couple sizes. I have a straightening iron. I always bring a straightening iron because you can use it to curl your hair. You can use it to iron clothes. It's an incredibly efficient object. Like it's in this heat-proof bag where I can set it on a counter and it doesn't destroy things. If I'm going somewhere out of the country where I'm not sure about power or if I'll have power, I've got this. This is a USB-C charging heated brush from Tymo. And it's not the best thing in the world, really, for straightening your hair or trying to make yourself presentable, but it's better than nothing. And it actually has a lock on the USB port that keeps it from going on your bag. So if you're at the airport or something, or you're going somewhere where you can't pack things that plug into a normal outlet, that's a really good option. You can see I've also got a yoga mat, and I really prepare for these places I have to go, which are ironically like places like Las Vegas where they give you nothing. And you just kind of have to prepare to have no amenities whatsoever for, sometimes for me, an extended period of time. So I've got this nice guy unfolding yoga mat I can bring with me. And that allows me to at least work out a little bit when there's no gym available or it's super crowded. I have a Peloton membership and I use the videos on that. And other stuff that I sometimes bring with me I can show you a little later on. I also even have a heated lunchbox so I can cook food in a pinch if I want to bring that. And I've got a little portable espresso maker so that if like you're in a place like Vegas where they don't even give you coffee, at least I can get a cup of coffee. And I assure you, I truly, 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 truly have better backpacks than this. I've got a nice eBags Professional, and I've got the Soul Guard smaller backpack with a folding closet as well. And fashion wins out sometimes. I want to look nice at the airport, so I've got this actually way cheaper backpack from Amazon, which is actually kind of decent quality. It's from Lovuk. Lovuk. It doesn't have as many pouches as the professional ones I have, but it looks nice on my suitcase. Yeah, I've got different backpacks for different situations. It really depends on how much stuff I need to pack and how dependent I want to be on the backpack. You know, if I need a lot of IR gear or if I'm going to go teach a class, things like that. But this is the one I'm using right now for this shorter conference trip to Wild West Hackin' Fest. Some stuff I always have with me. I've got my water bottle here. This is from Iron Flask, and it's very durable. It's, you know, it's a clone of everything else, but it's got the carabiner and the lanyard and things. It's very nice. It's good metal, and it stands up to abuse. Let's see, what else do I have? GAN chargers. I'm big on GAN chargers. Like, these are like off-brand ones, but they've been fine. This is a NecTech one that can power all of my laptops, even my Dell, which yells about it because they have their weird wattage, but yeah, it's really compact compared to the old bricks you used to have to carry with your laptops, so it's fantastic. This is a 100 watt, yeah. USB-C. I've got this other one that I use in my hotel room that has like a million USB-C and standard USB ports. It's 100 watts as well, but you know, you use it to plug multiple stuff into, and all of these have different ratings on them. So it's more for like plugging all my devices into. I've got so many things that need to charge, and my phone and my watch and my other objects, peripherals here that are all USB charging. I have a lot more stuff. It really depends. Like if I'm going to go do an IR, this looks a lot different. I have a lot of cables and adapters and external drives and things like that and tools, but just essential stuff just to go to a conference, like having a really good Bluetooth mouse. I love these ones that convert between Bluetooth and a USB dongle. Like that's really fantastic. It gives you a lot of versatility, and this is really lightweight. I like this one. I guess I could do links in the video or something, links in bio, I don't know. Of course, chargers for all my mobile devices. And cables. I have this wonderful Spotlight presentation remote. Ooh, I can't do this with one hand. I will pause. Yeah, this is the Spotlight remote. It's a little pricey, and I highly recommend it if you teach especially, but it's wonderful for lecturing and presenting. It's not cheap, but it highlights parts of your screen instead of being a laser pointer, and it's also one of those things that has a dongle, and it's also Bluetooth, so you can do it either way. That's really the way to go these days because you don't know what you're going to be connecting to, and I use a multitude of laptops for different things I do, so highly recommend this one. It's really final good. Notes, of course, I have a nanofiber mask. I have multiple nanofiber masks because I travel for extended periods of time, and you know, masks are just always a struggle. Well-rated masks are just always a struggle, so you have to figure out what you can use most efficiently when you're traveling long-term and you need to be able to wash them and things. This is not a fabric mask, it's a happy mask. Let's see, dongles, like, I mean, even if you've got some ports on your laptop, it's always a good idea to have something that gives you a great deal of port expansion, especially HDMI and card reader and things like that. So I have a large port expander, and I have a backup HDMI dongle because I never want anything to go wrong when I'm presenting. So, I mean, these are like essential things I can't go on a trip without because I present things and I teach all the time. So I guess it's worth saying that I AirTag everything when I'm traveling. I know there are security concerns with that, but it's, you know, personal threat modeling. My threat is that somebody's going to steal or the airport's going to lose my luggage. So yes, I AirTag all the stuff I travel with. Okay, so as for things that are in my backpack, most of the time, almost all the time when I'm traveling, Certainly always have a power bank of some sort. I've got a million of them and they're all beefy because, you know, you use a lot of power. Sometimes there isn't a working outlet at the airport. Yeah, I got Apple everything. Not everybody does. It's not really necessary to. I'm not big fan personing. But you can definitely find cheaper noise canceling headphones and earbuds out there. I have AirPods Pro. I like them a lot, but again, do what works for you. I think it's very essential to have something that cancels noise and also provides you like a communication device if you have to take meetings and things. So I like those, but there's lots of options for that. I always have a neck pillow, and this is the kind that velcros around your neck. I think that's the best kind in my opinion, so that it kind of holds your head up in the airplane. I really do try to sleep when I can on all the red eyes that I take, and I take red eyes all the time. I'll do like 24-hour trips where I basically sleep on the plane and that's it. And an eye mask is also really important. That's in my bag here. I can clip this to my backpack onto the carabiner. I always have a bag of snacks. I got my swag, my VMware swag bag here. It's full of snacks and, you know, some vitamins and things. But I also have this pill case. I don't take a lot of medications, but like there's things you want to have with you when you travel. I really like this is like a sliding tray of medications. It's made for a week, but what I use it for is like my little personal emergency pharmacy of like painkillers and antacids and things like that you just want to have when you travel, as well as my daily vitamins and medications. And I fill them up enough that I've got a little extra on every trip. I really recommend like never just bring enough medication for, even if it's like just your vitamins, never just bring enough for your trip. Bring a few extra days in case you get stuck somewhere or something comes up. You never want to have to like hunt for the local Walgreens or CVS. And internationally, that's even a bigger deal. But like in terms of snacks, you have to be careful about liquids for TSAs, but I always have like protein bars and things because, again, you just never know what situation you're going to end up in or where you're not going to be able to eat the food for one reason or another, or you're going to get stuck somewhere. So having a little bag of snacks is a good idea. I have a purse just so I've got something lighter weight to carry that I can fold up in my backpack, just in case, you know, I need to go out somewhere, go on a business dinner or something. I was going to tell you about, like, I've got my coffee maker and I've got this little lunchbox I can bring in my larger suitcase if I need to. It's got silverware with it. These are really cheap. I mean, you can get them on, you know, Shane or AliExpress or whatever, and basically they just plug in, and it takes them a while to heat up, but at least you can heat up some basic food in them, some leftovers. They're not very big. They certainly pack into my larger check-in suitcase. So yeah, something to think about is, you know, I've got the little portable espresso maker and I've got this, and it gives me options. Again, you never know where you're going to end up going, especially internationally, where you might not have everything you'd wish to have in terms of, you know, accommodations. Sometimes places are quite rustic that I go for IR, so this gives me some extra options of things that I'm going to pack depending on what I know will be there. And again, I've got this same suitcase in 2 different sizes. I'll show you that just a moment. So just for size comparison, I have these 2 suitcases from Solgaard. This is I believe the smaller check-in closet, and this is the larger carry-on closet, and they have a similar structure inside. It's just scaled differently, and yes, I cover everything in stickers. Again, this is not a product endorsed video. It's not sponsored, so I'm sorry for all these products and the things I stick stickers all over. But anyway, yeah, so this is I can scale up to the size of my trip accordingly. This really isn't that huge for a carry-on. It's all I ever need, and I know it doesn't seem like I pack very efficiently because, I mean, I'm carrying all this for about a week-long trip, but, you know, like, again, I have to adapt to different situations and incident response and conferences and where I'm going in the US or internationally, whether it's rural or urban. Kind of have to be able to prepare for everything. So I like to have anything that I'll need for any specific trip. So that's why I'm kind of over prepared and I have so many options. I hope that's helpful and that you found this video useful. It's been a lot of fun showing you some neat stuff, and I hope that it gives you some ideas about your own travel. This has been a Hacks for Pancakes. Leslie Carhart, signing off.